Hey, Grace Point, Pastor Terry here with you. I wanted to give you an update on what's going on around the church and also what we hope is coming just down the road. I have been engaging with several of you here at Grace Point, either by email or by telephone, and sometimes even at the grocery store or at our Mother's Day food truck, where we recognize one another from behind our masks. And so many of you are asking the same three questions, so let me respond to those as best I can. The first one really isn't a question, it's a statement. So many of you are thanking us for all that we're doing during this quarantine. Grace Point at Home and the messages for children and our students and so much more. Hey, thanks for your comments. They mean the world to our team. We are all learning on a learning curve for how to do things in a new way. And it's not always easy, so your comments mean the world to us. But let me just say, our team is so impressed with all of you. You're still attending, you're still engaging in the services, you're still attending your life group meetings via Zoom. And many of you are serving each other in so amazing creative ways, meaningful ways. So thanks for what you're doing. Thanks for bringing that graduating senior a grad card at their house and doing a ding-dong ditch. Thanks for how you're bringing a meal to a life group member. Thanks for how you're just being, through your kindness in your own neighborhood, the light of Christ to maybe an unchurched neighbor who is wondering, why are you so different? So let's keep it up. Let's stay strong. Let's keep attending and keep engaging and keep inviting, even when those Zoom meetings get exhausting. Amen? The second question people are asking is, how is the church doing? And most people, when they're asking that question, they're asking, how are we doing financially? How are we doing with our giving? And I just want you to know that your generosity during this quarantine has just been so inspiring to us. March and April's giving showed just how much that you love the church family, how much you love the Lord, how much you love the community that we live in. Because of your generosity, we're not only on target with some of our initiatives, we are accelerating them. For example, our Open Table ministry that gives food and groceries and produce and clothes and toiletries to those in our community that are in need. In addition to adding more families to our twice a month Open Table event, now we've accelerated that, and for the last couple months, we've been giving a lunch to 30, 40 people 2 or 3 times a week. So thank you for your generosity with that. In addition, we're discovering that our sister churches, the churches that we send short-term missionaries teams to down in Latin America, that some of their churches have 50% of their attenders out of work. And so because of your generosity during the quarantine, we've been able to send some special financial gifts to these sister churches that are helping out in tremendous ways. So again, thanks for your generosity. The third question that people ask, and the one that maybe is on your mind today, is when will Grace Point be open again? Let me just say, Grace Point never closed. In some ways, we've been more open than we've ever been. We have more people attending our Sunday services with Grace Point at Home than ever attended before. We not only on Sunday mornings, but people who are checking out the midweek encouragements, the midweek messages, all of the other things that are being posted. We've had new life groups start during this quarantine, and there's about, a dozen people who are attending this one, and it started just with 4 weeks, and now it's going to continue. We've had other Grace Pointers who, because of the time availability now, they're joining our existing life groups. Mark and Margie Berger have started attending the group that I attend, and Kelly and I attend, and it's been great having them. But there's so many people in our life group who have never shaken a hand with them, never given them a proper handshake, never even have met them in person, and we all hope that that can happen real soon. And people are inviting each other, they're including family members to watch services with them in different cities and in different states. So we're more open now than we've ever been before. But the question a lot of people are asking is, when is our physical building going to be open for public worship services again? And the short answer to that question is not as soon as any of us would like. We are closely following the orders and the regulations that are being given to us by the governor and the health department of Ohio that will tell us when we're allowed to meet in larger groups. But in the meantime, we as a Grace Point staff team, we are working very hard in preparing for what that day will look like when it happens. What will worship services look like? What will social distancing look like? What will children's ministry look like? What about masks and sanitizers and cleanings in between services? What about communion and taking the offering and coffee service and using the restrooms? And there's so many questions that we are considering. For those who are going to still be uncomfortable to come in person, what will Grace Point at home continue to look like? And we're fully aware that there's going to be a spectrum from people who are going to wait for quite a while before they re-engage in a public gathering like that. And on the other end of the spectrum, there's people who wish we would be opening this Sunday. How will we welcome guests and help them transition from online to in-person? Just to tell you, every day we are in discussions about the game plan. And here's what we're planning on doing. We are planning to have a game plan by June 1st. A clearly laid out information that we will communicate to everybody so that you can know what to expect when you pull into that parking lot on day one. And we're hoping that our doors for public worship will begin by June 7th or possibly June 14th. But we will keep in touch with you. We are continuing to work out what that game plan looks like, and we hope to get you that game plan by June 1st. In the meantime, keep attending, keep inviting, keep engaging, and keep praying. Pray for our community. Pray for our national and local statewide leaders. Pray for the Grace Point staff team for wisdom as we continue to introduce people to Jesus Christ and live together in his kingdom. We are all in this crazy adventure together. So God bless you. Thanks for praying. Thanks for continuing to engage. And we'll see you this weekend at Grace Point at home.